There was a very big story that made headlines. But a 25-year-old guy was called Peter Mbugua, who basically defied what is normally African culture and went ahead and married a woman 42 years his senior in a civil wedding. It was a very big story that made headlines. Wakaingilia ukijana sana, I remember, because they were saying, how do you marry a woman 42 years older than you? Yeah. They later had that church wedding in 2011. Sadly, the wife passed on August 30th of 2011. But as of yesterday, the same gentleman, Mr. Peter Mbugua, went ahead and celebrated his second wedding, where he's now married another lady, Anne Wangari Njuguna. The lady is 10 years younger than him. And in true fashion, in true Kenyan fashion, people could not keep their lips shut. Over the weekend, by the way, people wakaongea all about this young man, to the point that it makes me wonder, Kingangi, why do we have this tendency of hatutaki watu mema, hatutaki watu rani kuongea tu?
Ni Kenya. Ati kitambo alioa Mary Wambui, alikuwa 42 years old. Sasa ameoa another one, she's younger, 10 years. Okay, mnataka afanye aje? Peter Mbugua, maisha lazima iendelee. And this is why I tell you have to learn to move on. Hata Tiger Woods, the same thing they kept on talking about, he'll never come back. Exactly. You wacha watu ongee. You have to move on with your life. Peter Mbugua, endelea.
What is this tendency we have about Kenyans? You can even try it, by the way, Kiangi, try it even today on social media, weke picture ya wewe na Mwangali. Utaona mtu anaandikanga hapo tu wataachana tu.
Really mindset. I don't know. Tuko hivyo.
Why don't we like wishing well for people? Whether he marries a 42-year a woman who was 67, or you marry someone who was 10 years your junior, mbona tutaki watu mema?
And he has waited for 8 years.
Yes, by the way, he has. 8 years later is when he's getting married. But as Kenyans, we like talking about people. Instead of wishing this young man well, instead of telling him congratulations on your nuptials, congratulations on being, kwanza, how many men today would wait even 8 years?
Very few.
Wangapi wangengoja miaka 8? The woman would have been replaced in a few weeks. And I want to find out, why is it that we don't, as a country and as people, when we hear people are happy, we are not happy ourselves. Ukisikia mwenzako ana furaha, ameoa, wewe unaingia na uchungu.
Kwanza yao walifanya kwa church.
Why is it we don't like wishing well to each other? It's what I want to find out this morning, Give us a call. My number is 0711046105. Because Peter Mbugua needs to move on.
Yeah.
Well, people, and I want to start by reading this tweet from a gentleman called Jethro. You're telling me, if you give people a reason, they will always talk. People should let Mbugua be, but Kenyans can't. That's what we're talking about this morning. It's about Peter Mbugua, the gentleman who famously, at the age of 25, married a 67-year-old woman. It made headlines. People talked and called him all sorts of names. Well, now he's remarried again, and when he's remarried, people still talked. And it's that talking that I want to talk about today. There's a certain habit we have as Kenyans, even aside from marriage. Today, in your neighborhood, buy a new car. Utaambiwa unauza madawa. Today, build a house. People will start talking about, he stole money. Get a wife. It was forced marriage. And a gold digger.
Kwanza bibi mnono round.
Ati yakwe mnono na round.
Kambu umeiba.
Umeiba. Like, we never like being happy for each other. It's so strange, but it's very true. We never like being happy for each other. Ukiona mwenzako anaendelea, you start coming up with a different story. Why? What did you want this young man to do? For those who have been discussing him the whole weekend, what did you want? He remarries 8 years later. Ulikuwa unataka akae peke yake? There's a gentleman here, another one saying, Mike, we should let Mbugua be. As long as people are happy, we don't really care how old you are. Charles Minor also saying, I think what happened to this guy is normal. You can never compare riches with life. Mr. Mbugua is a smart man and he should be respected. When old men marry small girls, no one talks. Why is it that we don't like being happy for each other? It's what I want to find out this morning, eh? You can give me a call on 0711 046 105. You try it. Leo kingangi ukipandishwa cheo, watu watasema, unafanya maneno na mdusi. Why can't we be happy for each other? Why we cannot seem to be happy for each other for some reason. And I'm talking about this because of how people talked about over the weekend Peter Mbugua remarrying after 8 years. Na watu wakaanza kuongea. Sijui Peter this, Peter that. And I'm wondering, why do we have this habit as Kenyans? Why? When someone does something to progress in their life, we feel like we need to bring them down somehow. We have this kiburi. What do they call it? Kiburi ama kiburi is pride, eh? Kuna kale kakitu tunasikianga.
Yes.
Mwenzako akinunua gari kubwa, wewe unaanza kelele. Someone does something good to progress themselves, it becomes a story, even in your own neighborhood. A couple can't have a child, it's a story. You've come up with assumptions on who is not performing. Why can't we be happy for each other? There's a tweet here from Minor saying, in this life, people will always talk negative, whether you do good or bad, which seems to be the case nowadays, especially in Kenya. Nini ni mbaya? 0711 046 105. Talk to me. Good morning.
Kingani?
Yes.
Uko hapo?
Niko hapa.
Ukitaka vizuri, usishughulike na mambo ya watu. Juu wewe kama kila kitu ukifanya, lazima wataongea. Na ukiona watu waongee kuhusu wewe ama hakuna jambo wanaongea kuhusu wewe,
yes,
ujue wewe hauko sawa. Sasa unafaa wewe unaendelea tu, kama ni kitu ulikuwa unataka kufanya, wewe endelea kufanya hata watu wakisema nini, juu hawatawacha kusema. Mpaka wakati utazikwa ndio sasa wataacha kuongea mambo yako.
Where did we get this tabia from?
Ati?
Hii tabia tulitoa wapi?
Hii tabia sasa ni kama sasa ni ile haiwezi isha.
Yes.
Ni kama iko kwa damu kabisa. Juu hata sasa Mike tuseme sasa hujaoa. Upate msichana mrembo. Watu watasema wewe umetumia madawa ndio kumpata.
Kweli?
Wanaangalia wanaona hawezi afford kukatia msichana mrembo.
No, I know it. I know it. It's very true.
Ndivyo wanafanyanga. Sasa wewe na hata kama umekaa miaka na tena ukikosa kuoa ukae miaka mingi tena.
Yes.
Mpaka wanaanza sasa kuitana, wanasema huyu jamaa kwani akanakuanga na shida gani huyu? Mbona haoi?
Kweli
haya,
kabisa.
Ukioa tena ukae bila kupata mtoto. Huyu jamaa kwani ako na shida gani? Kwani hapati mtoto? Sasa hawatawacha kuongea. Wewe inafaa tu uendelee tu na maisha yako.
Thank you for that, eh?
Okay, thank you, Mike.
And that's very true, Kingangi. You even hear it when someone is not a couple is finding it hard to get children. You see people start talking.
Yes.
When it has nothing to do with you.
And we are not contributing anything.
Maybe it's the man who's shooting blanks.
Ana uwezo.
It's a woman. Sijui nini. What does it concern you? Why do we like butting our noses where they don't belong? Keep calling. Tunapenda itabia ya mdomo sana. And let's be honest. Every time you do something to progress in life, there is always people talking about it. And not in a positive way. You're talking about it negatively. And that's what happened to Peter Mbugua, the gentleman who married the 67-year-old former politician back in the day. Sadly, she passed on. It's now 18 years later. Peter Mbugua was remarried, but people still cannot stop yapping. Munataka huyu kijana afanye nini? He wanted a wife. He's waited 8 years. He now has decided to remarry. He has remarried. Why can't we be happy for him? Why do we feel the need to talk negatively? 0711046105 is my number. Talk to me.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm very well.
Yeah. How are you? Is Kenyans there?
Yes.
Msalimia sana.
Msalimika.
Sasa, about this topic.
Yeah.
Kama bado wafu wanaongelelewa. Who cannot, nani haezi ongelelewa by the way? Even kama mtu haezi kufa in peace, you just there see huyu alikufa juu ya hii, juu ya kazi, juu ya what. You know, people always talk. And by the way, kama hauongelelewi, you are not normal, you are not a human being. I don't know what kind of a human you are. As in, to say too, in this world, your God, your God and your devil is in within the people. It's not that, okay, those kwa kuizi kwa sa mtu moja mwenye anakushare vizuri, but hey, people talk. Even I wonder how people will say, kama saizi, for instance, mimi niko na mimba, and then, na bado mimi mtoto wangu wa kwanza ako na 1 year old. I don't know how they are going to talk, but that is my plan. That's what I've planned with my husband. I don't know how they're going to talk.
They'll call you a baby factory.
Hey,
yep.
No, I don't have a baby factory. So, like, I took my time when I was a girl and I enjoyed myself to the full. But the moment I will settle, nitapata watoto pap nimalize.
But there'll still be people who are unhappy with your choice again.
Yeah, people are talking. I'm 5 months pregnant. Mwingine ako na 1 year. People are talking wanasema, oh, this or that. Nitawambia kama venye waliambiwa moja kuhejone make.
So, my dear, thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much too.
Yeah. You're hearing that, but what she said is very true. If have you ever seen how Kenyans talk when someone passes on, and then let's say that person lost weight as they were just before they passed on. Naanza kusikia mtu anakuambia ati huyu alikuwa na hii. And it could be he went to the gym, akadecide I want to cut weight.
Yes.
Lakini tunamwambianga nini? Ati alishikwa na mdudu.
Yeah.
Ndo alichomeka. Hata labda bibi yake amechomeka.
Yeah. Ukinona ile pesa yetu ndio imekuliwa. Imeisha. Kwanza kama uko accounts.
Yep. Na unafanya kwa sako. Hii ndio pesa yetu ya sako hii inaenda. It's very true. And I think it's a habit we need to stop.